All right, good morning, traders. Today is May 23rd, 2024. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody here in the BYOB trading room and out there in digital land. And I'm talking about YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You guys know who you are. Everybody out there in digital land, thank you for being here. So I didn't get to say good morning to all my people. So good morning, Chip, Emma, John Fox. Good morning, Lenny, Gilbert, Marley, Julie, JW, and Stefan, as well as everybody else here early in the morning at the BYOB trading room. All right, so we'll start all over. May 23rd, 2024. Good morning, traders. Again, thanks for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 528.75 above it. I'm a bull below it. I'm a bear. Looks like we're well above it. All of the Fab 5 still in daily uptrends. QQQ made a new all-time high yesterday, while FNGU made a new 2-year high. Both closed over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow, SPY, and IWM all made lower highs and lower lows. Well, SPY made an equal high. And SPY closed over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA, while Diamond Dow and IWM closed between the bullish trap and the rising 17. SPY ended the day, SPY ends the day with, it was a 2-hour downtrend that was rapidly changed by NVIDIA's earnings in the aftermarket. All right, so we had a 2-hour downtrend, but NVIDIA canceled it. All right, so SPY ends the day with a 2-hour downtrend that was canceled by NVIDIA, and we also ended the day with a 10-minute uptrend. Gold and silver still in uptrends. Both made lower highs and lower lows. Gold closed between the bull trap and the rising 17 EMA. Silver closed inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap below the falling 17 EMA. UNG still in an uptrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. US dollar index still in an uptrend that recently bounced off the flat 200 about last week sometime, okay? Bounced off the flat 200 SMA and today closed near 104.90. Yesterday closed near 104.90 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts, all right? All that doesn't mean anything unless you see the picture, right? So let's go take a look at the picture. All right, so this is yesterday's candle. That's a little busy, but all right, so here we are. I'm just going to remove this so we can get some clarity. All right, the yellow, that's the 3 EMA. The white, that's the 8 EMA, okay? So price action. We got the 3 over the white, price over the 3, and all 3 of them over the rising 17. That's the green dots right here. All right, so we are still in a bullish uptrend. If we look at the lows and highs, we made a higher low, and we're making a higher high. All right, so SPY in a daily uptrend. Actually, all of the Fab 5 are in daily uptrends. You'll see the same thing rings true for all 5. All right, but yesterday's price action for SPY got an equal high, lower low, closed closed above the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. All right, for the 2-hour, this is where it gets dicey. All right, see, we had this the yellow crossed right underneath there. And then this is the 2 to 6, this is the 4 to 6 o'clock candle. So we had a 2-hour downtrend that was canceled by NVIDIA, and you can see the market rallying up after that. So there's SPY. 2-hour downtrend that's canceled by NVIDIA. All right, 10-minute downtrend, excuse me. 10-minute, we left with an uptrend right there. At the last minute, we put in a nice green candle. So we got a 10-minute uptrend into the closing hour. Into the pre-market, we have a 10-minute uptrend that continues. Notice throughout the whole trend, price has not crossed that white line. All right, so this looks like it's probably going to continue well into 12:30 today, I would think. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's SPY. This is bullish. I'm telling you, if we get all of the Fab Five are in uptrends, and the three major sectors I'm talking about, IYT, that's the transports, the financials, and the semiconductors. If all three of those sectors are in uptrends, we could see SPY 550. I wouldn't put it past them today with all of the excitement to push it all the way up to 540. But we do have something to look at. All right, we got the Andrews pitchfork. So where's the ceiling today on the Andrews pitchfork? Let's just go take a look at it. All right, so where's the ceiling today? If I go out to the 24th, that would be the end of the 23rd. Let's see what we got here. On the 24th, 36.20. Doesn't mean they'll hit it today. They may hit it tomorrow morning. And then again, they may spike it today. So 36.20. Based on this trajectory, is the target, the high target for today. 36.20 or even a spike of it. So there's SPY on the 10-minute. And we are definitely bouncing off of this anchored VWAP right there. All right, so there's SPY. All right, so trajectory has us moving up towards 36. I would expect a 2 deviation 10-day ATR. So I don't know where we left off yesterday. Right here, 529.91, basically 530. That'd be $6.50. That pretty much puts us right here at the end of the Andrews pitchfork by either the beginning of tomorrow or by the end of today. Okay, now you remember yesterday we were talking about the SPY. I said we got a triple top. Be prepared for a hard crash down when you see that triple top happen. And you can see it happen 1, 2, 3, and there was the hard sell-off right there, right into anchored VWAP, where we took a bounce and then came all the way back, and then NVIDIA picked up after we had that little bounce and carried the ball higher. So there's SPY. All right, so I was looking for this to happen yesterday after I saw the triple top. Usually they try it 1, 2, 3 times, and after that, if they don't get it, then they're going to go visit some lows. And they didn't make a lower low, right? See that? They couldn't make the lower low, so we made a higher low. So guess what happens? Price is going to go up and challenge the high and make a higher high. And that's exactly what we're doing this morning on SPY. So there's SPY on the daily chart right there. Well, that's the 10-minute chart. But let's go take a look at QQQ. Enough with SPY. All right, so I'm expecting, maybe 535.80, maybe 536.20. We'll see. All right, maybe by today or tomorrow morning. And they could shoot right through this. All right, it's nothing says they have to stop at the end of the top tine on that pitchfork. So we'll see what happens. All right, QQQ. All right, so here's QQQ on the daily chart. Let's go look and drill down. Let me open this up a little bit. QQQ puts in a new all-time high yesterday. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. QQQ making brand new all-time highs this morning. All right, FNGU. All right, doing the same thing, but not new all-time highs, new 2-year highs. So FNGU actually an outside day. All right, with a lower low and a higher high and a new all-time high closing at the end of the day. All right, so FNGU making a new 2-year high over price closing over the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. All right, so new 2-year high for FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. We already did SPY. So Diamond Dow, lower high, lower low, closing between the bull trap and the rising 17 EMA. There's Diamond Dow. Still in an uptrend. Got higher lows, higher highs. That's still in an uptrend. All of the Fab 5 are still in uptrends. Here's IWM, yesterday's price action. Lower high, lower low. Closing between the bull trap. That's the 3 over the 8. And between the bull trap and the rising 17 EMA. So IWM still in an uptrend. All right, so all of the Fab 5 still in uptrends. Let's look at the technicals. All right, for yesterday. All right, we spent the day. Excuse me. We spent Tuesday right through here. All right, in the buyer's chop zone. Okay, and yesterday we spent a little bit of time in the buyer's chop zone, and the bears threw us out of there. I guess we were having too much fun, and now we're in the seller's chop zone. Okay, so here we are in the seller's chop zone. I would expect us to climb back in and push the bears out of the bull's chop zone right up here. All right, so this is the buyer's chop zone. This is the seller's chop zone. I'm seeing some higher lows right here in the T2122, which kind of indicates I'm looking for a continuation of more higher highs and higher lows on T2122. T2123, yesterday's price action. We had a rally at the beginning of the day, and then we sold off. Not the same thing that happened in SPY. In SPY, we went flat and sold off at the end of the day. So, well, pretty much the same thing. I take that back. All right, so kind of like we tested the top once, twice, and when they saw it wasn't working, they had a sell-off. So there's T2123. Pretty much the same thing that happened in SPY. Okay, you can see price getting pushed up by the magnetic force that comes with this, the reverse magnetic force that comes with this rising 200 SMA. Okay, T2123, another 200 SMA. Price pulls into it and finally get that V bottom I was looking for. It took a little bit longer than I wanted, but here's price. We happen to have a bear flag for a little bit longer than I wanted there. And we started to melt through it. But you can see price kind of rubber banded it and gave that rubber band energy and slung it back up towards those prior highs. All right, so there's T2123. All right, yesterday's price action, putting in 3 more green 17 EMA balls. We are in a big bull flag here. Here's a long flagpole moving up. And you can see we've got 20, 21, 22. And we'll see what happens today. Today's the 23rd. All right, so nice flag starting right there. Consolidating right underneath the prior all-time high right there. This would be the all-time high made earlier this year. This is the prior all-time high made, I think, two years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. Made in 2021, 3 years ago. All right. So, yeah, there it is. Made in 2021. So there's price action there on the 3-bar chart. Okay, so now let's take a look at FNGU. All right, FNGU had a not a great day, but they had a really hopping evening, as you can see. All right, so FNGU, little red, little green, red, a little more green, and then a sell off as price runs away from VWAP right there down towards this rising 200 SMA. And then you can see the reverse magnetic force push price back up away from it, and you get that V bottom that I always like to look for on FNGU. So there's that V bottom happening just over that 200 SMA. All right, so that's FNGU on the 15-minute chart. A little flat and then a sell-off right into the 200 SMA. So there's FNGU, and then you can see NVIDIA reported, and you can see FNGU is off to the races. All right, so let's go take a look at a few sectors. We'll start off first with our energy sector. Let me move this over. Let's start off with USO. All right, USO is in an uptrend. Not a very nice uptrend. But we're only in an uptrend because we made a higher high right here over this high. That's the only reason. We're in an uptrend. Now if they take out this low, we'll be in a downtrend. Right now, it looks like it's setting up an inverse head and shoulders. This would be the head. This right here would be the right shoulder, and this would be our left shoulder. That's what it looks like so far right now, all right? But right now we're in an uptrend. It's a very weak uptrend. There's USO. We were in a downtrend until we broke those highs right here and made a higher high, and that was USO. So we'll see what happens. Looking for the higher low right here, and then another higher high. We'll see what happens. There's USO. Technically in an uptrend, but it's the worst uptrend I've ever seen. All right, so here's UNG. All right, UNG, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. So you've got USO, petroleum, crude oil, in an uptrend. UNG, also, nat gas, all right, natural gas fund, ETF, also in an uptrend. All right, so USO and UNG both in uptrends. So that's nat gas sector and UNG. See, they got these hamburgers. Nothing in that one. Wonder what's in USO. That's not a ETF. Well, maybe it is. That's it. Just one item. I was always curious about that. Never looked at it. Finally did. Here's what the hamburger reveals. Just one item in there. All right, let's go look at precious metals. All right, so here's gold. Got a lower high, lower low, closing below the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Silver, that's in an uptrend, by the way. Higher lows and higher highs. Okay, silver. Doing the same thing, but a little bit healthier. Lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. So a little bit healthier on silver. All right, so we got crude oils in an uptrend, just barely. Nat gas is in an uptrend. Precious metals are in an uptrend. All right, we got all of the Fab 5 in uptrends. Let's go take a look at IYT. All right, so here's IYT breaking the new low right here. So IYT still in a downtrend. Almost had an uptrend when we broke this high right here. Now we broke this low, so now we're in a downtrend. Transports still in a downtrend right there. All right, so transport started a new downtrend yesterday when they broke that low. All right, so there's transports in a downtrend. All right, let's take a look at, is that yesterday? No, this is yesterday. All right. All right, on Tuesday, broke that low. That's when they started the downtrend. Transports, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap. Okay, continuation of that downtrend. So transports are in a downtrend. SMH. SMH yesterday, new all-time high for SMH yesterday. Higher low, higher high. Closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So there's a new all-time high for SMH yesterday. XLK. XLK doing the same thing. Another new all-time high for XLK. That's our technology sector. Higher low, higher high. Closing over the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. So transport's not in an uptrend. Semiconductors and technology in an uptrend. You can see XLK puts in a new all-time high. The NASDAQ QQQ puts in a new all-time high. SMH, the semiconductors, put in a new all-time high. All at the same time. They're moving together in a herd. Okay, let's take a look at XLF. Here's XLF. Got an outside day, higher high, lower low, closing below the bullish trap, but above the 17 EMA, still in an uptrend. So everything's in an uptrend for the most part, except for transports and USO. No. Yeah. No, wait, USO? Yeah, USO still in an uptrend. Everything's still in an uptrend there, except for the transports. All right, let's go take a look at the economic calendar. All right, so here's this green candle right here. That's yesterday's price action. The red one, that's today's price action. Okay, so yesterday's price action for the US dollar index, which is the DXY, all right, is a higher low and a higher high, closing up here around 104.90 area. Now we just bounced off the 200 SMA right here, and now you can see price possibly headed back down towards it. All right, so there's DXY. DXY was in an uptrend, but then we made a lower high and a lower low, so we're now in a downtrend. We'll see if we have any follow through to this lower high, lower low. That was a big red candle, kind of signaling the end of the move down for the short term. So there's DXY. We'll see where we go from that. On the economic calendar, yesterday was FOMC minutes at 2 p.m., but nothing compares to NVIDIA earnings, as you can see, with the market rally we're having right now. So here's Thursday today. Jobless claims at 8:30. All right, so they're already out. Chicago Fed National Activity Index 8:30. PMI Composite Flash 9:45. New home sales 10 o'clock. A gas report 10:30 every Thursday. All right. Kansas City Fed Manufacturing Index 11 a.m. and a Fed speaker and nothing else, all right? Durable goods tomorrow, 8:30. Christopher Waller, another Fed speaker. Consumer sentiment at 10. A rig count at 1. I think we get a rig count at 1 every Friday. And that's it, all right? And I don't know, are we closing early? I don't know if the markets close early tomorrow. I know we're closed on Monday in observance for Memorial Day. I want to thank all that served, that are with us, that are not with us, and that are thinking of serving, that are enrolled or enlisted right now. Appreciate your service. Not a day goes by we don't think about that. So in commemoration of Memorial Day, just want to let you know, if you served, thank you from all of us. All right. So there's the economic calendar, and that's what's on the calendar for this week. Possible early close Friday and shutdown on Monday. For Max Pain for today is 5:30. It's a magic number. It's been the Max Pain for the last 3 days. So Max Pain is 5:30, and we got less than one put to every call. All right, we got a whole lot. So we got more call than we got put. It's the first time I see that. All right, so there's Max Payne. All right, on the earnings calendar, NVIDIA was yesterday. Tonight we have Intuit. That's like TurboTax. This morning we got Medtronic, 113 billion. Toronto Dominion Bank, 100 billion. They're going to report this morning with Medtronic. Workday, they're going to report this evening with Intuit. That's it. Friday, nothing really notable. That's Coca-Cola Pacific. That's not the USA one. 33 billion. It's not quite near as big as the USA one, but it's a familiar name, but nothing that's going to move the market. Monday, nothing going to move the market here, right? Some familiar names. Nordic American Tankers and Rainier Holdings. Again, some familiar names, but nothing's going to move the markets on Monday. On Tuesday, same thing happening. Okay? Some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the market. So the highlight is done, all right? There's nothing in the bull's way except for the U.S. dollar index, and right now it's in a downtrend and it's falling. So the bulls have clear skies to take off today and tomorrow. All right, so we could see SPY 550, 540. I don't know, maybe. I think we're going to go up there and test that upper tine on that Andrews pitchfork sometime today or tomorrow. We'll see what happens. All right, so I did the earnings calendar, the economic calendar, Max Payne, everything's done. I want to thank everyone for bearing with me. Had some monitor problems this morning. I don't know how I fixed it. All right, all I did was plug things in and unplug them and replug them in, turn them off and on about 10 times, and I don't know. It's like the computer gods were looking down on me, and they said, "Let's get them going." But that's it for today. All right. So everybody have a good day. Marching orders for today. Marching orders. Okay. SPY. Okay. All right. SPY's in an uptrend. All right. We're looking for. All right. Green erases red entries. All right, all the way up to, 536. We're looking for green erases red entries. All right, so you might have to drop down to the 5-minute to find green erases red. This looks like a really nice computer manufactured trend right there. Okay, that looks like a nice machine trend. Notice each one of these candles is like precisionally crafted not to get too far away from the ADMA, all right, but not to drop underneath the ADMA. It's like a precision crafted candle, all right? So when they're like that, I call them machine trends, because you and I, humans, don't trade like that. Only machines do. All right, so there's SPY. All right, we're looking for green erases red entries. All right, we're in an uptrend. Don't be surprised to see SPY 550 maybe by the beginning of June. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's the marching orders. All right, everybody, let's have a good day.